Hey everybody, today we are talking about sick chickens and how many times do you see on a chicken Facebook page or chicken forums on websites where people say they have a sick chicken, maybe it's just tail down or lethargic or not eating and drinking, and there's not much other information given. So people are kind of guessing as to what the problem could be. So I have a sick chicken checklist that I do whenever I find an ailing chicken to help me figure out what the problem is. So let's get started. I will show you what to look for so we can try to figure out what the problem is with your sick chicken. The first thing you want to check for is lice and mites. Lice are usually gray in color and mites are a reddish-brown color. Part the feathers on the back of the neck and look at the skin in several places. Also look underneath the tail. These two places are where the lice and mites like to lay their eggs. Next, if it is a hen, you want to check for possible egg-laying issues. Check for a mass under the tail. A hard mass could be eggs stuck, or a large, soft, squishy mass would be possible fluid retention, water belly, or infection. You also want to check the face for a nice red color in the comb and the face and the wattles. This hen is a bit pale because she doesn't lay eggs anymore, so that's common for a hen to not be as red in the face when not laying eggs. Also, while molting, you want to check for any nasal or eye discharge, sneezing, or coughing sounds. If you find bubbles in the eyes, this is also an indication of respiratory issues. If your chicken is yawning a lot, your chicken might have gapeworm. Gently pull down on the wattles and look down the throat with a flashlight to see if there are gapeworms. They are thin, tiny red worms. You also want to make sure the chicken does not have poop stuck to its butt. This is what I call poopy tail. This could be a sign of coccidiosis, worms, or also egg-laying issues with possible infection. You also want to check to make sure the chicken doesn't have bumblefoot, which is a foot infection, if the chicken is inactive. Next, check for crop issues. This is a chicken's crop, kind of like a chicken belly, where the food is stored before digestion. You want to make sure that it's not hanging down low and that the crop empties overnight. If the lump is hard, it could be impacted crop, and if it is large and squishy, it could be sour crop. So those are the things that I look for when I find a lethargic chicken. It is important to know which issue you are dealing with because if you give the wrong medication for the wrong issue, your chicken will only get worse and it could possibly even lead to death. The only way to be completely certain if your chicken has coccidiosis or worms is to have a vet check a stool sample. It's also important to know that a chicken can have COSI or worms and not always show blood or worms in the poop. Sometimes it is only seen with a microscope. Chickens can also have bacterial or fungal issues as well. So I hope this helped you figure out what the problem is with your sick or lethargic chicken. Please be sure to share and subscribe. Thank you.